Hello YouTube, this is again Mr. Sasuke Dragon and of course Mr. Neo Nexus.
Hi.
Basically now we're going to talk about some of the Exceed stuff. Exceed, however you want to pronounce it. Basically we're going to go through some of the combos that basically you can have. So first of all we're going to talk about Swilson Roach, then we're going to talk about Wind Up Zen Master, then we're going to talk about number 34 Terabyte, then we're going to talk about Gechi Gechi Kentetsu, and then finally we're going to talk about number 39 Utopia. Okay, first of all we are going to start with of course Steel Swarm Roach. Now Steel Swarm Roach was a bitch to actually get hold of. I will repeat that to our viewers, it was an absolute bitch to get hold of.
This is an R-rated show. If you don't like our content, get GTFO our channel.
Basically this card is an exceptional card. I mean,
It's a mini solemn warning.
Yeah, this card basically is 100% brilliant. I mean, to be honest, it took me and my mate Mr. Neo Nexus basically a lot of money.
A fair amount of money.
Yeah, a fair amount of money to buy this. And judging by a lot of the videos on YouTube at the moment,
Not many people have them.
yeah, not many people have them. And as Neo Nexus was telling me a few days ago when he went to the sneak peek, out of 3 boxes, only 1 was pulled, and I was quite shocked at that. But then I can realise that Steel Swarm Roach is a very, very powerful card. Konami want to basically make their money, and this baby is basically going to make their money basically over and over and over again.
It's the new pot of duality.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous. But first of all, we're going to talk about how to bring this card out quicker than normal things. I mean, there's a few cards out there that maybe you have to do this, special summon this, blah blah blah. But there's a few cards basically that
Within the set,
of course, we were actually looking at. Basically, Goblinberg, the German, as we've nicknamed it, basically is a very, very powerful card. It's basically like a marauding captain, basically.
but it's it's like an upgraded version of Marauding Captain. It doesn't have the built-in ability saying that you have to attack this warrior-type monster, but it's got the special summoning ability. What you do is, you normal summon this card, and when this card's been normal summoned, you get to special summon 1 level 4 lower monster.
Yeah, go Golem.
Go Golem, because it's fine to say, and it's Yuma's card of the new ZL. And when the monster's been summoned, this card switches to defense mode. So even if you're not going to exceed, or say you're going for an attack, it switches to defense mode, so you know you still got a monster on the field in case they go Mirror Force, which is quite typical. But it has a big weakness. It is a trigger effect, which means when it's normal summoned, you can special summon another monster, and that is a big target for Effect Veiler. That can screw up your plays.
It's a very good card. I mean, if Effect Veiler is in your hand, it will screw you up, but you'd run this card in multiple copies just to be sure. Yeah, Effect Veiler is one of its weaknesses. So you just have to be kind of careful what you do. Any special summoning condition basically has that annoying effect, really, with Effect Veiler, because Effect Veiler screws over everyone. But then basically that would be easy. So then basically a lot of duel lists I've seen already on YouTube, basically when they're going to exceed, they basically do this, and then they basically put it on top. Now that doesn't work because your opponent cannot see how many overlay units you actually have. So basically what you do is, let's put Goblinberg back there and go. What you do is you basically put them on top of each other, and then you twist it like that, making sure you can see the card underneath. Then you put on top the Steel Swarm Roach, so then your opponent knows how many overlay units you've got, and so do you, so it makes it a hell of a lot easier.
And it makes it easier to access the materials, so that when you detach one,
So all you do
like
basically is this, like so, and then your opponent knows you've only got 1 left. So it basically does help you out. Steel Swarm Roach on its own is a good card, but you basically want to bring this card out in your first few turns because it will screw over your opponent. I mean, a lot of duelists are going to be using Steel Swarm Roach and basically the 3 powerful cards, like 2 Solemn Warnings and a Solemn Judgment. So basically, if they've got that on the field and a few face downs,
which could most probably be Bottomless Trap Hole.
yeah, so you kind of be screwed. If you summon this card and they bottomless it, well, you're kind of stuffed. But
you don't really bring this card out unprotected.
But this card, in my eyes, is going to really, really be a lot of money. So far, I've seen it for £50, but I know it's going to skyrocket when basically its official release of the cards is tomorrow.
Even though for America it's kind of like Tuesday, but
Yeah.
we have sources and ways and means to get things a few days early.
Yeah. So this card, in my eyes, is going to be the money winner. I see this card going up to about £100, beating Son of Morning and Puff Duality off the bat. But would like to hear what you think. This card is a very, very powerful card, and to be honest, it's extremely rare to find. It's a secret rare. So basically, you're going to have to spend more money on the boxes to find it, or
You just fork out about 80 quid when it comes out.
to actually buy it. Okay, the next one we're going to talk about is Wind Up Zen Master. Now, you can use the same combo that we just used to bring Steelswarm Roach out, but with Wind Up Zen Master, I just pulled this card out of a packet, and to be honest, it's a pretty good card. Its first effect is good. This card gains 300 attack points for every Exceed monster. So it's got 2, so it goes up to an extra 600 points, which it goes up to 2400, which is not bad, to be honest. Its second effect will only work with the wind-up cards.
Or other flip effect monsters, e.g. Desk Koala, Super Nimble Mega Hamster, Raikou, Hane, things like that.
Things that basically will screw you over badly.
Oh, and I believe it might also work with Snowman Eater.
It's a possibility, but we'll have to look into that, I suppose.
Because as of yet, there are no official rulings.
But this card, to me, I think this card's going to see a lot of play. I mean, it's the only other level 4 that I can think of at the moment that's actually come out in Generation Force. So this card's going to be pretty played a lot. If you're playing a wind-up deck or a lot of decks that play flip effects, this card is basically going to be your number 1 card.
Your MVP, as so to say. As a
Yeah.
lot of people say, they go on about this card's an MVP, most important, most something player or something like that. Most vital player. So if you're running flip effects in deck, you're going to want this guy in your extra deck, just so you can reset your Raikous, reset your Koalas, reset your Hamsters, reset everything, and just keep on spamming the effects, because it can flip your monsters face down, and in the end phase they get flip face up. So it's like an end phase MST or end phase. Well, it's an end phase destruction, really, or special summoning, whichever way you want to look at it. It's pretty good.
Okay, the next one we're going to talk about is basically number 34, Terabyte.
Now, a lot of people have been slating this card, saying it's really hard to get out, it's useless, it's a bad card, this, that and the other. Agreed. Its effect is a little bit limited, but you don't really bring this card out and just sit on it. I mean, yeah, it's got a huge ass, and it's a 2900 defender,